This is the story of when I got robbed at gunpoint on Christmas Eve.
Merry at all.
This is our version of a Christmas episode. Sorry.
Christmas punishment, Krampus.
And also, I'm giving it the prelude of that so you'll listen to the whole goddamn story so you don't have to wait till the end to the finish. I'm telling you right now, I got robbed at gunpoint on Christmas Eve in a bar in Las Vegas. Derek and I were talking about this outside.
Is my hat fucked up?
No, it looks all right. I mean, you got the thingy to the back. I'm interested to see what that looks like on camera. You look like a fucking sultan. Oh, right in the first minute. No. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I'm just giving up on that. Merry Christmas,
everyone.
Christmas.
I noticed. We can't.
We're here for the Christmas.
I will say this to everyone at home. Happy holidays, A.
Yeah,
and B, I really do try to limit the amount of cursing that I do. It is in the front of my mind, but sometimes you just got to let it fly. I don't know what else to say.
Do I look more hip hop, dude, from the side? You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop. I don't know, man. It's in my vocab. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. Someone called us a more intelligent Beavis and Butthead, and I like that analogy.
Respect.
But I like cussing.
Beavis and Butthead made a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, Mike Judge.
You know what,
legend.
Derek? We do the 25 days of Christmas every year. I remember that. We were talking about the Olympics, and I also remember that Christmas, the lead up to Christmas, even Halloween and Thanksgiving was big. It was an event. There were all kinds of things that you did. There was a 25 days of Christmas. We always performed in a Christmas pageant because we went to religious schools, and they you sing like little.
Were you a Christmas tree or something?
No. Honestly, I had some pretty dope roles in Christmas pageants throughout the years.
Out, yeah, watch out. What were the roles? Hit us. I gotta know.
The one where I was essentially a headliner was.
He's a headliner.
Yeah, headliner. Fourth grade, headlining the show. I'm essentially what you would call the co-star. One could even.
You were the Keanu of the Christmas party, dude.
I mean. One could argue I was the star because there was a main character, but I had the bulk of the dialogue. I mean, I was impressive in fourth grade.
You're like the Owen Wilson in the Ben Stiller movie? Would it be like that? Like you're like a co-star, but you're like the really funny co-star that everyone loves, or you're like
you're talking about Starsky
or you're
and
like
Hutch?
No, like you're the Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers. You're not directly the main character, but in reality, you're the funniest main character. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Okay,
Shout out to the great Vince Vaughn.
Oh yeah, Vince Vaughn's great, dude. I watched that movie recently. I love that movie. Okay, but anyways, fourth grade, you're the main guy. What are you playing?
My grade school best friend, Trey Harper, his mom owned a dance studio and was a dance instructor and choreographer. So
whoa, this is like a legit production.
Oh yeah,
we got professional choreographers to dance for Christmas.
She put together the whole show. She wrote the story and everything. Honestly, in hindsight, now as an adult,
oh, she's a writer too.
Yeah,
whoa,
super mom, buddy.
Whoa,
super mom.
That's impressive. Producing it, dancing. What is she like? That's crazy. A musical director.
She did it all.
Impressive. Yeah, I respect that.
So me and her son are best friends. She wrote. You
still talk to this guy?
I haven't talked to him in years. He's gotten multiple mentions on the pod, which is hilarious. If he ever came across it, he'd be like, "Holy shit, that's Kyle." And he's talking about me.
The real quick side note, it is kind of wild that like through time you go through different best friends, kind of like I feel like very rarely people still hang out with people from middle school or high school. I do know one or two people from like that I've known since like elementary and middle school, and then Danny, my really good friend as well. I've known him since first grade, but I just find that that's rare. Like, right, you go through like phases of friends. Kinda, you know? That's
how the saying goes. Some friends are there for a reason, others for a season. That's Uncle Kyle. So anyways, she wrote the play.
Yeah.
I'm essentially the lead. The whole story is I am a local Las Vegas native, and my cousin, who she wrote as an absolute hick, she made this kid look as hillbilly as possible as my cousin from out of town. And essentially I'm showing them Las Vegas during Christmas.
It's like the Beverly Hillbillies kind of.
Sure.
But Christmas edition.
Sure, Christmas edition of the Beverly Hillbillies.
So you're the tour guy.
Yeah. And like I said,
Does it go on adventure and journey?
Oh yeah, and we did the whole 12 days of Christmas, and I was one of the 12 drummers of drumming. She literally bought a bunch of 5-gallon buckets and taught us how to drum the simple drum beat. This was a show, people. Derek doesn't believe it, but this was a production.
I don't know, it's not real, dude.
I swear to God, I'm going to talk to my dad, and if we can find... This was definitely recorded on a VHS tape, and if we can find it, we're going to upload it. Oh, yeah.
That would be hilarious.
It'll get like 12 views, but the 12 of you that watch it are going to love that shit. That is pure Uncle Kyle nostalgia
that's
gold.
Wild, dude. That's hilarious. You make drumming like on barrels. What is that stupid fucking show where they drum on fucking inanimate objects? I hate that fucking show. Smash?
Stomp. You're talking about Stomp.
I fucking hate that shit.
That had the longest run in Las Vegas. I don't even know if that's still a thing.
Fuck that show.
It's not a great show. I didn't really enjoy it either.
But you're doing so you're Mr. Drummer Boy and all. Did you get a standing O, dude? What was the response?
Yeah.
Did you murder it?
This is why life has been so disappointing, people. This was an early taste of stardom because you're going to this small Christian school and the event's
so
packed.
All the parents probably would have been and everything.
Yeah. There's a bunch of students in it. Their whole family
under 100 people.
Guaranteed 100 minimum. Because this was in a I think this was a Baptist Christian school, so I think they call it chapel.
That's pretty nerve wracking, honestly, dude.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
Yeah, but honestly,
did you forget any lines or anything?
No,
you just nailed it.
Well, we had to do. We also had poetry recitals where you had to recite a poem. That's peak stress as a fourth grader. You're just carrying that piece of paper around all day, staring at it.
You can't even read the poem. You just had to say it from
memory. You have to memorize it.
Just eat shit. Did someone just eat?
I would say overall, there was maybe because typically at these Christian schools there was around 20 to 30 kids in a class, and you go through every grade together, so you become really familiar with these people. There's always a couple that kind of fumbled or lost their way, and the teacher was there and was very encouraging. And I think she even had a copy of the poem so she could even feed you the line and help you along. And then once
you're
you
in fourth
finished,
grade, dude. So let's be honest, this isn't fucking an Oscar-nominated Broadway musical, dude. So but I was just curious.
But afterwards, even if they kind of ate shit, all the parents would clap, "Hooray!" You kind of back to your seat if you do eat shit. But for the most part, the kids that I went to school with, everybody was pretty intelligent because I will say this. I feel like there is merit to a private education, not only because of the connections you make, because you could be going to school with the kids of a senator or some really high powered entrepreneur, millionaire, low level billionaire, whatever. There are schools like that exist, so that kind of can set you up for life. And
because you're making crazy connections.
The schooling is much more rigorous too.
I believe that.
They essentially force you to do well, not to China's standards, but pretty close.
Yeah, public school is
quarter
broken
China,
anyways.
Yeah,
but not in this cheery holiday.
Yeah. Welcome back to this episode of the Naturals Pod. As always, I'm Uncle Kyle. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're glad to have you here with us. Seated next to me, as always, the best goddamn producer on the planet, Sweet Derek, the producer.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, Uncle Kyle, my friend Kyle. And Merry Christmas to all you natties out here. Another Christmas episode. We've tried to make this a trend on the pod.
We missed last year.
When
mommy
the ones
and daddy
before
were,
that,
daddy and daddy were fighting. Not trying to make you don't say in the chat who's mommy. Okay, stop. Don't say anything.
But when we were together or whatever, we did a Halloween and a Christmas episode. So we're back in it. I love it. It's Christmas time. Let's go, dude.
Yeah. So we were talking about this before we started recording because I have been having I've been having a streak of misfortune lately, people, that would make you cry. Shit happens, and right before Christmas. And it's the first Christmas with my girlfriend, Hannah. I love you, Hannah. So I'm trying to make this a nice one, and it seems like the forces of the world are collapsing in around me.
I think a lot of people have felt that in this year, dude. I don't know. Maybe they said every year, but this year's felt tough, dude.
2025 has been a hitter, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees with that. That's the only thing.
Honestly, it's funny because anytime I brought it up, other people have said this year's been fucking shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm not alone on this. This is like a bad year.
I haven't seen a single post on Instagram that said 2025, yay. Everyone's like, let's get out of this fucking year and into the next one and hope it's only half as hellish as this one was.
Yeah, dude, it has been fucking bad. You know what's crazy? We got rid of the penny. That still kind of fucking low-key blows my mind too, dude.
I was reading that earlier.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Literally, I was told like, oh, you can't, we don't even take penny. We just round up. They said we round up. They said we round up, dude.
So,
banks take them.
To be clear, pennies are still a thing. They are not minting them anymore because the cost of minting the coin is more than the value of the coin itself.
I was told by a large grocery chain store that we no longer are taking pennies as a source of payment. We round everything up. Smith's.
Oh. I mean, if that's their company policy, they might be losing. I mean, I don't know how many customers they'll be losing because of that policy, but it does seem like that they're not minting the coin anymore, so that is trending towards that no longer being a thing.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So businesses are already starting to phase it out, dude.
And instead of saying I'm pinching pennies, I'm saving my pennies, you'll be saying I'm pinching nickels, I'm saving my nickels, and then it'll turn into dimes.
I know this is
quarters.
Bad. They said inflation's bad. Now pennies don't even exist. I don't like that, dude. I mean, this is more shit's just so expensive. It's like we don't even need pennies anymore. What if at some point they're like, we don't even need $1 bill anymore, and you're like, I gotta save these 20s.
Come on, aliens are antichrist. We've had enough. We're not trying to pay the bill anymore.
And we're okay with this. The reality is this shit already costs so much, and you're literally just going, those don't exist no more, dude. That's fucking crazy. If you think about
We're not going to make this whole episode bitching about the current state of affairs.
But yeah, no, I'm sorry.
And our lives. Yeah. So anyways.
Continue.
For context on what I said, this happened the second week of December. I left my house early to run a couple errands and then to go to work. So a bad habit, and I can't even blame the podcast because this is a reason that I stopped using social media before we started doing the podcast because it is distracting. And sometimes you look at the shit in the car, you're on your phone. So many people do it. Raise your hand if you haven't been driving and you're looking at your phone, you're looking for a song, you're scrolling something, and you look back up and the road is clear and a little switch flips in your head and you go, man, I wasn't looking at the road for a long time. Did I run anybody over? Thank God I didn't run through a red light and get T-boned. Like, what the
teleport
fuck? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're like, oh, wait, I'm driving. Yeah, you forget that you're driving. I mean, that's frightening. That's why they say...
For Tesla owners out there, they just have the autopilot. Dude. Yeah.
And I'm sorry. But, dude, you are officially the chick that was on, like, TikTok Live, and she was shrinking Britney Spears, and then she just fucking...
I wasn't.
I'm so sorry, buddy. You weren't on live, but you were on socials, dude.
No. That's the part that makes it sting the most.
Okay.
So
you weren't looking.
I'm not going to get too deep into explaining the next thing I'm about to say, but I wasn't in a great mood.
Yeah, the day was already a bad day.
I'll expand on this later by saying I don't dislike holidays, but they are very stressful for me.
Okay.
Holidays are stressful. I feel like a lot of people relate to that.
I was going to say, even though it's fun, right? And the day and holiday itself with family and friends is fun, leading up to it usually is fucking stressful because you got to clean, make sure.
Unless you're a child
food.
And you get a pass on all of the responsibilities and duties of preparing for the holiday.
Other than just waiting for sick ass presents, dude. Yeah.
Yes. Let's be honest with one another, people.
Oh, when you were a kid, peak
in the
Christmas.
pyramid of Christmas.
Oh.
Presents are at the top, and quality family time comes.
Oh, dude, I don't know about you, but
until you grow up,
I'd be tossing and turning, dude, like you're going to Disneyland waiting for fucking the morning. I'm like, I can't wait to see what I got.
You almost want to go. Did you ever
tell your friends? Did you call you real quick? Did you call your friends? Like I would call my friends and go, "What'd you get, dude? What'd you get? I fucking got this, dude." And then we'd like play and like bring our stuff to like fucking. Mess
honestly, I don't remember calling friends, so you must have been getting better shit than I did.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm an only child, so I was spoiled the fuck. So sometimes I got some sick shit.
Yeah,
and I'm
not even gonna front. Our parents spoiled us too, but like usually, to your point, we had a bunch of little neighborhood kid friends, and you go and ride over to your friends. Maybe you got a new bike, you ride it over to your friend's house. Like, check this,
the new skateboard or something, dude. Or you're like, ooh, I just got the new PlayStation 2. What's up? Let's fucking play some Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Did you ever? We are getting off on a tangent. Did you ever sneak downstairs or into the living room, however your house is laid out, and just crack a present? Like
no,
untape.
Cracking is crazy.
No. You untape an end to kind of be like, oh, they did give me the Lego set I wanted. Score. And then anybody knows back in the day what a DVD and or video game looks like. When you saw that wrap.
When you just knew the wrap, I was like, that's a motherfucking new crispy video game.
My mom was a gift ninja, though, because she would disguise some and she would put some in bags with tissue papers. And a bag could be anything. A bag could be socks and underwear, which is the yuckiest gift ever when you're a child.
Nah, but that's all I want now as an adult. That's the sad thing. I'm like, give me some fresh
socks
new like
underwear.
fucking socks and underwear, maybe some
bottle of cologne,
crispy fucking
a good hoodie
or something.
Practical in adulthood.
Yeah, but no, when I was a kid, I did the kind of the shake thing, or I would try to guess by the shape. But
everybody shook the present, or you kind of feel it.
But I don't remember ever like scraping it and cheating. I wanted the surprise.
I didn't scrape it. I gently, sometimes you rip the paper a little bit when you pulled the tape, but then you just spin that thing around and nobody knows that you were a little sneaky boy.
But then now you have to like play into, now you have to use your acting chops to be like you're surprised. I'd rather just
you got the face of wonder when you open it. Oh yeah,
the face of wonder.
Because if it was something that you were expecting, you were already psyched.
Oh, okay, real quick, because
in.
This is gonna lead back into Fuckville, dude. Do you remember when the magic was ruined for you? Do you remember when someone told you that Santa Claus wasn't real? I remember when it happened for me.
So, once again, my mother and father made our holiday experience great. Throughout our entire childhood, it was always awesome. Dad would even put these big concrete boots that come up to your knee area in the fireplace to make it look like somebody was standing in there. And they'd take the bites of the cookies and drink the milk, take a bite of the carrot, whatever.
Carrot?
I knew for the reindeers. For the reindeers. You never left out carrots for Rudolph and the girls or boys, whatever they are?
Cookies and stuff, dude, and milk.
Derek said, fuck the reindeers. You heard it here first. He does not care about wildlife at all.
But I didn't even think about that, dude. I didn't even think that far. That's hilarious.
You've never heard of... We're moving on. So, to answer your question, I knew from a very early age.
I knew
because
you matched the boots with your dad. I think we've talked about this. I just don't know if it's said on the pod because it is a fun story. Now I'm recalling that because you said you put 2 and 2 together, right? Because he uses work boots, which is cute, but then you're like, those are my dad's work boots.
Because we have a garage full of tools, and I saw him in there. Bing boom. But also, it was just so much fun because it's like watching a movie or going to a play. It's not real, but it's entertaining and you enjoy it.
Yeah, I agreed.
And how many times can you go see a different mall Santa and they all have fake beards and they don't look the same. They're not the same level of height or fatness. Like, come on, you have to be a fucking idiot. Kids aren't idiots. I feel like I'm not alone in this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Or I guess maybe in your mind you go, this is a Santa stand-in and not really Santa. You know
it's a worker for the North Pole.
Sure. He's just a little elf. Little elfling.
He's an elf man, dude. No, I don't know. That shit was just always fun. It's I guess people recreating, maybe if they have kids or whatever, can do that. Like that. Some people, like I see during this time of year, some people get really creative and really cool with like the elf on the shelf stuff.
Oh yeah,
and shout out to Chelsea, had one of the dopest ones I've seen because I'm a huge fucking Star Wars guy. She had like the Sith, like Darth Vader doing like the choke on like the elf, and like she made it, like she set it up so it looked like it was like really kind of levitating, and I'm like, that
dark.
Is so, no, I
dark.
It,
choking out the elf. Are you trying to terrorize the children?
That was great. I was like, that's amazing. I was like, that was a good one. But I'm just saying, a lot of people get really creative with that, which is probably a lot of fun. It's fun doing that stuff, but yeah. Anyways, back to Fuckville.
Okay. So the Christmas season isn't starting out great. I'm headed to work. I can be a distracted driver at times. That's why everybody else drives. Anytime we go anywhere, I guess I'm usually going to be the emergency pilot. I don't mind.
Yeah, an emergency, it's going to you, dude. All this.
So I'm like 2 blocks from my house, and I'm going over an overpass. I was not scrolling or doing anything on my phone, but I picked it up to like plug it in, and I'm paying attention to the road. I dropped the phone. Oh. I'm going the speed limit. I'm not going crazy fast or anything.
Yeah.
The light in front of me had just turned green, so I'm just kind of cruising through it. And then the light on the other side, because when you get to the top of the bridge, you can see that it's also green. So that one had started to move as well. I go down to get the phone.
Oh, that's where you made the mistake.
And by the time I came back up, I barely had any time to hit the brakes, and I rear-ended. Fortunately, it was a big truck. It was a Ford F-250, big truck. Her bumper had a scratch that was maybe 3 inches long on it. My car, I'll have Derek put up a picture, was smashed up in the front. Now, I'm still in the process of figuring this out, but I am going to fix it because I love this car.
Yeah, it sucks.
And I feel like I got lucky because it's not leaking anything, so I feel like I can just kind of.
But also, what's more important than that is you didn't get fucked up and you didn't fuck anyone else.
Yeah,
up. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, shout out to VW. They.
Like, you weren't even sore or nothing?
Oh, no. Really? I was a little sore because the seatbelt catches you. And on this one, the bags deployed. My steering wheel airbag deployed. The side curtain airbags deployed. And I will say this.
Can't even the side one.
Because I was kind of leaned over and I got back up. The bag caught me. I didn't hit the wheel. I didn't smack my head or nothing.
Thank God.
So that shit had the A1 perfect timing. So I rear end this truck. I'm not fucked up. So I immediately go, ooh, I hope this other person is okay.
Yeah.
So the bags are out. Anybody who's ever been in a car accident where the airbags have deployed knows it sucks because there's a chemical accelerant. The whole car smells like
it.
You breathe that shit in.
It was like getting smoked in the face with a freaking someone that could punch really hard too.
Yeah, and you breathe some of it in, then you're hawking it up. It's terrible.
It was not fun.
So,
but it saves your life.
I immediately put on my emergency flashers and I get out and I'm punching the bags down. I'm just pushing them down, whatever, to get out. And I look and the lady is rolling away. Why are you doing that? She went because when I hit her, she went nowhere. My little car versus that big ass truck was a major L for me.
She fucking rolled to make it look like way worse. This bitch is already trying to do some shady shit.
So she gets out and she's not holding anything. This is an older woman. And I go, are you okay? She says nothing to me. She immediately pulls out her phone and presumably is calling 911.
Yeah, of course.
So this sucked because it just gave me a huge adrenaline spike. And these are the moments where you're like, wow, this is hard. And you have to have a lot of respect for first responders and people that are regularly involved in those situations, because when your blood gets pumping, it diminishes your capacity to think and put together a plan and do things. And, you know, because of what was going on during the day and being frustrated and upset, I was already in a bad mood. So that was just immediately like, oh, great, this is another thing. Now I fucked my car up. Not only did I fuck up my mode of transportation, but also I like this car, and it's a sentimental thing to me. It's the first car I bought brand new and paid off. Like, I want to keep it, and I want to keep my car. So I'm mad.
I get it.
So I call AAA to get a tow because I have AAA, because I know they will try to hit me with a tow bill. So her passenger gets out, walks around, and she also seems fine. This lady's laughing. Damn,
laughing is crazy.
I'm kind of doxing myself by saying this part, but whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to give you my license plate, but it is relevant to what this lady says to me. So she's not talking to me at all. She's talking to the 911 operator, and she's telling them that I'm not talking to her, which at that point I go, I'm going to wait for the police to show up, and I'm going to talk to them, because this lady's already annoyed me. The worst part is I'm mad, but I can't be mad at her because she did nothing wrong. I hit her.
You're just mad in general because you're mad at yourself.
Well, the rolling forward thing and stuff.
Well, yeah, because you're also like,
as well, was super sus, because I'm like, okay, you're going to go for an injury claim on my insurance as well. Yay, my rates are going to go through the roof. Yeah. Woo! So the police show up. Before the police show up, the driver ushers her friend back, and she goes, oh no, you go sit back in the front. Oh, and the thing that sucks is in today's society, everybody's so quick to pull their phone out and start recording things, and I didn't, but I wish I had recorded her walking around. So NHP shows up. A fire truck shows up because they called EMT. An ambulance shows up. You know, they asked me if I'm hurt. The cops asked me if I'm hurt. They take my information. The cop asked me what happened, and I said I had my phone in my hand. I dropped it. I went to get it. I picked it up, and when I picked it up, I knew I wasn't going to be able to stop. I hit the brakes, and I was just too late. Smashed into her. Oops.
So you tell the truth, which is like the good thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
admitting that, hey, I fucked up.
Live your life however you want to. I learned very young the consequences of lying and how much easier it is if you just own up to it. You know, people respect that way more. In certain situations, you're fucked. Like, I understand why people run from the police or do rash things, because they want to get away. They don't want to, you know, be incarcerated or be punished for something, but at the same time, you made a fucking mistake. So oops, and now another mistake. But this wasn't that big of a deal. It was more of a personal L, because I'm not worried about the ticket they're going to give me.
Yeah.
I wasn't impaired. It's just an unfortunate situation. So long story short, her passenger goes in the ambulance in a neck brace, and I'm just like, fuck you. The whole time I'm talking shit to these two women because she's smiling and laughing at me. At one point, because she didn't know how to read my license plate, she asked if I was a Trumper, and I was like, no, I don't even vote. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with this car accident?
And then when you told me about this, if I remember correctly, that was her first question. Like, one of her first questions, besides you being okay, was, are you a Trumper?
Well,
why the fuck does that even matter?
It doesn't. But I'm also like, I bet you would enjoy that. Or can we call this good?
Right,
do you have a red hat in the truck?
But it's bad. In my opinion, it's sad that we live into a society now where people hold so much weight to that. Who gives a fuck? That doesn't define a person for who they are, so it annoys me. And I'm like you, dude. I don't even vote. I've talked about this on the pod. I hate all government. I think they're all corrupt. They're all pieces of shit. Whatever. If I disappear, it wasn't on purpose. So, but basically, yeah, I don't know why that question even why does that matter?
It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing, when she finally talked to me, because she was taking pictures and walking around my car recording video. So at that point I go, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm showing her truck, because there is literally...
Yeah, you showed me.
She had a tow hitch underneath her bumper, and that is essentially what I hit. Yeah. And that thing's welded to the frame.
Sometimes trucks don't get that fucked up, dude. Little cars do.
Yeah. So... she asked me it in the video. I'll leave that up to Derek whether or not he wants to put that in because it is funny.
Yeah. We told
but she basically asked me that. I'm kind of snippy with her. And then once her friend starts doing the insurance con thing, I'm like, now I'm just going to be an asshole to you.
Yeah. I don't like that, dude.
And I thought the cops were going to tell me to quiet down, but they were laughing. The firefighters were laughing. The EMTs were laughing. So I'm like, okay, so everybody knows what's going on here. And I'm glad we can all appreciate
I'm sure they
this
fucking
lady
have
sucks.
that shit happen all the time, dude. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
The cop shook my hand. He said, unfortunately, I have to cite you. This isn't a big ticket. He's like, if you haven't gotten a ticket in a long time, you can probably do an online traffic school and get rid of it. And he said, I just wanted to let you know you have integrity and that's important. And I respect that. And he shook my hand and I said, cool. I agree. And I said, and also it sucks even more because having integrity the majority of the time does not end in your favor.
Sadly.
Honesty will get you real fucked sometimes. But
I respect that you did that, and so did he, dude. Because the amount. I mean, you told me this too, and I'd imagine because it's probably crazy. You said that pretty much almost every other time they try to make some excuse, right? Like they stop, whatever it may be, something ran out of the road. They try to find any excuse other than I fucked
But
up,
also in this day and age, they have traffic cams, so I'd be willing to bet the camera at that light could see me leaning down getting my phone.
Yeah, but people will still try to lie about that shit.
Because nobody wants to be wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to just go, I'm wrong, I made a mistake, and own that.
We need
shit.
more of that, dude. Yeah,
be honest,
admitting that I fucked up. It's okay if you fuck up, dude.
Yeah,
it's okay as long as you learn from it and you fucking.
And if you did, the problem with most people is that they have intentions to continue fucking up and they don't want to feel bad about it. So that's why they don't want to admit they're wrong, period. Have you ever had anything crazy happen on Christmas? Like any wild occurrences? Did a Christmas light pop and start burning the bushes in front of the house? Like anything,
you're talking about the
crazy
National Lampoon's Christmas
and if you don't have anything crazy, then give us a sweet Derek Christmas highlight. Give us a nice Christmas story where you had a nice one, you got a great gift.
Yeah, so I would say my
member.
parents were always sick as fuck for me for Christmas, and I'm very thankful for them. We
love you,
they
Sheila
really,
and Greg.
Shout out to my parents. They did spoil me on Christmas, so I would get hooked up, dude. I'd have dude. It's funny now thinking back to it because I have such a small family, so maybe my grandparents would be there and my parents and maybe my two other aunts. Shout out to you guys too. I know you listen, which I appreciate, but it's funny now because they would have 3 or 4 presents maybe in front of them and I'd have 20.
A mountain. Oh yeah. Because when you honestly, let's be real, it's cool getting gifts. But when you're an adult, it's more about the quality of the gift you get, and you don't want a ton of them.
Yeah. And honestly,
it's more fun when you're a kid.
I can't even talk about this, but I'm sure there's a lot of joy in making a kid's day for Christmas. It probably feels pretty fulfilling when a kid's just stoked at life for every gift that you got them.
I want to say this is my statement to parents, and I salute those who sacrifice and go out of the way, even when money's tight and they may be not able to afford certain things. Making your kids holiday season special, having that family time, even though as kids you want presents, but when you get older you appreciate those memories because of the family time.
I think it's important, getting the time. Again, this just refers to other pods we've had recently. Time is so much more valuable, so it's just spending time with people and taking the day to do that, because our lives are usually busy as fuck and sometimes you can't do that. So just having a day where no, we're all gonna hang out and catch up and stuff as friends and family, I think that's very rewarding. But I'll go back to my fun little story that I kind of remember is, I don't know if you had this, but we had I don't know how they set it up. It's still a mystery to me. I guess I could ask, but I lived in a neighborhood where they would have a Santa Claus the night before would come through the neighborhood. So I'd be my best friend's house. He lived 2 houses over.
Fancy fucking schmancy.
We didn't even really live that crazy. This was before we were balling, honestly, but it was just cool. It's I'm assuming it was someone in the neighborhood and they set it up, and I think they got general ideas of gifts that we might want, and he'd come and he'd have the whole outfit. He'd have Santa's bag on.
This is what kept the magic alive for Derek. This is why he wasn't a doubter at an early age.
So we'd be hanging out, me and my best friend, maybe one other friend, just waiting for Santa to come. We're little. We're just what are we gonna get? This is so sick. And then also knowing that tomorrow's gonna be dope too. And he'd come up and they'd play like a sound effect or like a sound that like the reindeer, they came, you know what I'm saying? But he just pulled
hear the
up.
sleigh bells.
Yeah. And he'd knock on the door and like he would do it, which was awesome. I think
would he give you a big ho ho ho?
Now that I'm thinking about this, it might have been,
Merry Christmas.
My best friend's dad, maybe, but it was cool. He really played in the character. He really like committed.
You're gonna be a Santa,
and he would like kind of like ask questions, and then he would like go in the bag and like, I got something specifically for you, and it would have our name on the present.
Oh yeah, from Santa.
Yeah. So it was just like a nice little gesture. And then again, like the cool thing for me always was I did have always where I would hit up friends and like, what'd you get? What we got? And then we would like enjoy our gifts together, whether it be a game or new bikes or skateboards or whatever. We would all hang out and like just spend the day like
flex on each other with your gifts. Sometimes you got the same
build
one.
Stuff, you know.
I don't even think that's really a thing anymore because like when we were kids, there was always a select group of toys where that's the mythic rare, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's the one
dude,
you wanted to pull.
I remember it was Elmo. Do you remember freaking the Elmo?
Tickle Me
Elmo.
There was
like,
one year
people
Razor
were
scooters were
murdering
insane.
people over those things though, dude. Like it was like Jingle All the Way. Like they were, once they're sold out. Furbies was an insane hit for some reason. Those things are still the creepiest fucking thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
But those were all the craze for holiday. I got one. You like press its tongue.
I didn't
and
get
it
a
just talks.
Furby. My sister got a Furby. I didn't get a Furby.
But no, I don't. And then those like Tamagotchis. You remember those Tamagotchis? I had one of those too when I was like really little.
Yeah.
The fake Tamagotchi.
You had to feed it and clean up its shit digitally.
Stupid, dude.
What a weird toy.
It is. Some toys were weird, but yeah, there was that. It's kind of sad because I don't think that exists. Maybe it does to some other weird realm, but like Toys R Us and toys and a toy selling out and being every kid's got to have it. I guess the Labubu would be like maybe, which is
those have fallen off.
Oh,
honestly.
have they? But there was but they
the
had
craze has dropped.
But they did have its time, right? Where every kid's like, I gotta have a Labubu. So I guess in that sense it kind of exists, but not still at the level I think when we were kids, dude.
There was this girl at work who was selling them.
Labubus.
She had bought like chunks of them. Honestly, at the time, if I could go back, because I think she was selling them for like $80 a pop. I would have bought multiple of them strictly to just resell them and unload them because they were that popular.
Yeah, they were they were insane, dude. And then the South Park episode came out where they were like the spawn of like hell and stuff. Did you see that episode?
Nick has so two daughters, and I went to the one's birthday party, and it was at one of those trampoline parks.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not doing that shit at the age of 37. I'm not shattering an ankle.
When
on
you're
a
a kid, though,
trampoline.
it's probably a blast, though.
Oh. Dude, so they had this area that was on some American Ninja Warrior type shit.
Oh,
where
and
they
kids
had
are just doing crazy shit?
No.
Oh.
It's an area, and there's signs up that say advanced skills type shit. Like,
what?
You don't want to go in here if you aren't kind of athletic. But even then, there's still a high probability that you're going to fuck yourself up. This grown man was stretching. He probably had a regular pass to the trampoline palace, and which is super weird because the majority of the people in there are kids.
Like an inspiring Olympic gold medalist or something. Stop it! This guy's about to go in there and just majestically do flips and.
So
spinnies.
he had like American Ninja Warrior apparel on.
Do you think he was training for the show?
I have no idea.
Maybe he was.
I mean, Tarantino. He didn't make the show. Okay.
What if is that show still on?
So anyways, I think it is.
Okay.
So
that's hilarious.
Me and Nick are standing there, and there's a couple of the other parents standing with us. We're just drinking energy drinks.
And you see this guy, and you have to go like, look at this.
Nick hones
guy.
in on him, and then I look at him and I go, we need to watch this guy and see what he's about to do.
So locked in. I would have to want to know.
And doing yoga and shit.
Even
before
funny
he
if he
gets
just
in
goes
there.
in and just eats mega shit. I'd have to see what outcome, or maybe he's a majestic angel, dude.
So he goes over to the advanced area.
So real quick, just paint a little bit more of a picture. What makes it advanced? Like why? Like because most trampolines, it's just trampolines on the floor. So like why is this advanced? Like,
so the particular area that he went to, there's a trampoline, and then there's 3 walls, and there's a platform on either side. They're pretty fucking high. I couldn't give you an estimate of height now, but they're up there to where you have to build a momentum. You either have to start on top of one, jump, bounce, do.
Oh, so meaning like you could get stuck if you don't bounce high enough to get out?
I mean, not necessarily stuck, because at trampoline level, you could just walk out. There was an opening. But if you're trying to do tricks and flippies, you got to gain momentum, bounce, jump off the wall, and do some ninja shit. Yeah. So he gets in the center of the trampoline and he's doing some jumps. So in my mind, I'm like, this guy knows what he's fucking doing, because he's checking the bounce on the tramp before he even tries stunts, dude. Before it even happens.
He's testing it out. What if he's like, yo, Jimmy, we need a replacement. This doesn't have enough spring right here. Yeah, we need a spring adjustment. It's at a 6.2. I need it at about a 7.4. You're like, what the fuck is this, dude?
So... now we're locked in on him.
Of course.
We're sipping. We've ignored the children. Yeah. The children are. You're on your own, children.
Okay, yeah. You're just locked in.
Everything was fine with the children, but we have to watch what this guy's doing.
I have to know.
So he tests the tramp, and then there's a little tunnel that you can walk through, because they have multiple areas. They have one that's kind of like an obstacle course for kids. That's slightly challenging.
Or some shit too.
Yeah, they got all kinds of things going on. So they have these little tunnels that go back through to get you to the different.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Rides or attractions, if you will. So he goes to the one that takes him to the top, so he can just jump. Bing.
Whoa. So it's like a high dive on a trampoline almost.
Honestly, if you want to see some entertaining shit, there's a lot of people that do this on a bigger scale, where they jump and do flips and kick off the wall. It's impressive.
Jumping for Jesus, bro. I seen it. It was on ESPN, dude. So, that shit was crazy.
We're flipping a 50-50. We're flipping a coin on. I'm happy either way. If this guy sucks and he potentially leaves the building on an ambulance,
snaps his ankle in half,
we're laughing. If he does some impressive shit, that's also cool, and I'm an enjoyer, and I'll go respect.
Yeah.
So he jumps and he does.
Well, I feel like this is gonna be bad.
He does a couple back and forths.
Okay.
Some of them are kind of basic, where he just steps off the wall, back down, jump to the other side. He throws a flip in. We're cooking. This guy's about to do some crazy shit. Okay. One time, I don't know if he was trying to do some kind of mega flip, but he comes around, and these walls are lined in a really coarse carpet that I think it's meant to be more grippy, so you can maneuver off of it. He goes to do a big, because he was building momentum, he goes to do a big wall climb to get some fucking air. His foot slips. He goes straight down, and they have the pads around the spring area. Yeah. He came down so hard that his leg javelined through the fucking pad, and he went crotch deep.
Oh, fuck.
So we're the only people watching him, and Nick and I just go, oh. And
does he go like, oh, fuck?
He pulled himself out.
Oh, he didn't say anything.
Nobody else, I don't think anybody else saw this, because it was kind of in a tucked away area.
Did he do the sad fucking look around to see if anyone was watching and then locked eyes with you?
Well, he saw us, and he knew he had been seen by a couple times, but he got up and limped off, and Nick and I said nothing, because I'm like, you fucked yourself up. I'm not going to make fun of you, because you were doing some cool shit, but damn, that was a brutal slam, my man. Like, you fucked yourself up. Okay.
That's funny.
This is the story of when I got robbed at gunpoint on Christmas Eve.
Merry at all.
This is our version of a Christmas episode. Sorry.
Christmas punishment, Krampus.
And also, I'm giving it the prelude of that, so you'll listen to the whole goddamn story, so you don't have to wait till the end to the finish. I'm telling you right now, I got robbed at gunpoint on Christmas Eve in a bar in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, come on, Starbucks viewers that love the story, come back for more.
TikTok, lock the fuck in. You ain't ready for this one.
Dude, what? You're saying you got robbed at Christmas at gunpoint? This is insane. This is frightening. This is real? This is real.
Editing sweet, Derek. I hope this isn't an utter goddamn nightmare for you to cut up and make into a TikTok, because this shit is fire. Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna hit him with the spoiler, dude. The spoiler. You just gave a fucking majestic spoiler.
Oh yeah, you got to lead with that short. At the top.
Yeah. You helped me out
happened.
already, dude. You just gave me a majestic story, and then you said
podcasting professionals.
Yeah. So we're good. We're good. Story. This is where people watch that. Now, welcome. Here you are. Listen to the fucking story.
We got more good shit for you.
Yeah.
So this is the Christmas when I was 23 years old. So, like we've already talked about, I've had a lot of Christmases that were fun as a kid, and you really enjoy it, and you spend all your time together with family. A lot of times we would go to Colorado for Christmas to be with our extended family, which was cool.
Yeah.
But when you get older, especially when you're a young adult, you want that freedom, and you want to just go out and do whatever you want to do. You don't want to be shackled to doing the whole Christmas thing, which, you know, I wanted to do that. My mother loved it. I don't regret any of it. There was a couple times where we kind of fought over it because I was in this young adult rebellious phase where I wanted to have my own life. And
I think for me, like I would at least always be there for the morning to at least presents.
Yeah,
spend time with
sure.
family. But then after that, like if I want to go adventure on, like it's free game. Like, and my parents never really gave me
brother. When
that.
You're a Catholic, there is so much more shit you gotta do. Yeah.
For us, it was kind of more just have breakfast together.
But yeah, you always got to do
and then kind of
the Christmas morning, or depending on the schedule, if you got to do it later, whatever. Yeah. Do a little Christmas time together. It's good for you. Some family time. But I wanted to go do my own thing. So typically on Christmas Eve, we would go to evening mass, or even they had a midnight mass where they would light a bunch of candles and shit. It was very spooky and ominous.
Like the righteous gemstones up in here, dude.
Nah, the righteous gemstones could never touch the Catholic ambiance.
Wait, so it even has hymns just, Christmas.
I don't think the word Christmas is in the Bible, so no.
Well, really? Is that a thing?
Derek, look that up. See if Christmas is in the Bible. Yeah. I'm betting no, you're betting yes.
Whoa, okay, yeah.
So, my mother was a devout Catholic, and she always wanted to do that, and that was important to her, and I had no problem taking part in that. We did mass. A friend of mine, her name is Amy. We went to high school together. She was best friends with my high school ex-girlfriend, and we kind of just maintained our friendship after that.
So this was platonic?
Yeah, totally platonic. Amy's hella cool. I haven't talked to her in years, but, we always had a good time hanging out. So her birthday is on Christmas.
That's a bad beat.
That's the ultimate birthday bad beat.
That's a bad
fucking
beat,
Christmas.
dude. Yeah. You don't get the two special days, dude. I don't know. Maybe some parents give you the double whammy, but I feel like you got robbed, dude, for sure.
Sickest birthday, Halloween. Sickest birthday, Halloween, right?
I would agree.
Or New Year's.
If you had to choose a holiday. Or New Year's. New Year's would be cool.
If you could switch your birthday, which would it be?
Not 9/11.
How dare you? How dare you? And also a bad beat birthday. That's insane that you would say 9/11, Derek. Jesus.
I had to.
What a savage. That's insane that you just 9/11. Jesus Christ.
Well, my birthday almost, it is a couple days off, but is almost St. Patrick's Day, which is pretty cool because it's like a weekend of like drinking.
Yeah, that would be a sick birthday in your early adulthood for sure.
Yeah, so that one's cool. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, her birthday's on Christmas. We're all 22, 23. She texts me because typically we would go to mass and then we would go to dinner with some friends afterwards, go home, hang out, maybe listen to a little Bing Crosby, have a hot chocolate, sit by the fire.
I love hot chocolate.
Maybe we get to crack a gift. We're going to have to get some sexy hot chocolate for Christmas.
I love hot chocolate.
Have a sexy hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate's just glorious, dude. Little tiny marshmallows, too. Just a little, oof. Yeah.
So she wants to meet at Santa Fe Mining Co., which you know where that is.
Yeah, I think I've only been in there like once, but I know where it is. Yeah.
Chill little spot. It's been there forever.
Yeah, I feel like
since childhood.
Yeah, it feels like it's been there a long time.
So this is around 10 p.m. I decide I'm going to go out. I'm still living at home. Mother is unhappy. But in my mind, I go, I'm going out. I'm doing it. I'm going. I want to go. I'm going.
Dude,
even though I know you're unhappy about
Mother is unhappy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom was super protective.
Yeah, sweet mom.
Bless her.
Yeah, bless your mom.
She shielded me from many things, and I still found
dude,
some of them on
the
my
crazy
own.
thing, since we already Tarantino, she might have had a bad feeling, dude, which makes it even more.
Maybe
so that
mother
you
had a
just
premonition.
home,
I mean,
dude.
clearly I lived through it.
No, I
you
know,
know what I'm saying? I didn't have any
thankfully,
limbs blown off, so everything's fine.
Okay.
So
it's gotta be frightening.
I go to meet her there. She's there with her friend Jessica and her, I think they're married now, her boyfriend, maybe husband at the time, Ozzy. So in this bar, there is a bar area, and then there's a partition wall that's maybe 7 feet tall. And then there's a restaurant area, pool tables, what the hell they call it? Golden tea machine, recreational
Do they have
games.
what the fuck is it? The shuffleboard?
I don't know. I don't know. This was 15 years ago.
Do they have darts?
Probably.
Okay.
Darts
I'm just
suck.
naming fucking
That's
bar
some,
games.
yeah, that's
Whoa,
some British shit.
whoa,
Darts are trash.
Whoa, dude, I love darts. Darts is fun. You hate darts?
Darts suck. So anyways, so we all get a drink and we go over to play some pool. And we're hanging out.
Pool's
and
great,
this goes on for a couple hours. So now
Bar
at this
pool's a
point we're
blast.
past midnight. I think we all got a shot to say happy birthday
Is
to
it still
Amy.
pretty crowded in this place this time? Or it's
no,
probably dead,
no,
right?
not a
I was gonna
soul.
say,
There
it's
was
probably
3
dead.
people at the bar.
Okay.
There was 3 people
I
at
was
the
gonna say
bar.
probably dead, yeah.
They were all on opposite areas. They were
gambling
all
probably or something?
correct. They were just playing the machines, having their beer, having a smoke, chilling, etc. So we've been hanging out for a while. I've had a few drinks and I'm feeling it, and we're having fun. And they have a little jukebox, so we're playing some music,
Fun.
and having a good time. There was the bartender was just asking us if we wanted drinks, like shouting it over.
Male, female bartender?
It was a man.
Okay.
And he would just bring them over.
Okay.
So at a certain point, we're deep in conversation and a drink has not been brought over yet. Because typically we were just keeping it flowing. We were having a good time.
So where you are, you can't see the bar really?
There's an opening where you can see the entrance to the place and see people coming in, and then you can't really see the rest of the bar. And then there's an opening on the other side that like is a
so you are kind of tucked
waitresses.
away
Correct.
a little bit then. Okay.
Where we
I think
can't
that
see
mattered.
everything
Yeah,
that's
so you-
happening at the
okay.
bar.
I'm assuming that plays into this.
So a drink hasn't come in a while, but I've had enough at this point, and I'm having a good time. We're listening to some music. I'm watching the pool. I got to watch the security footage of this after it happened.
What?
And it's the reason why I feel like I have a heightened sense of paranoia in public, because I had no idea this shit was going on behind me. So at a certain point, these 2 guys come in with masks and shotguns, and they are sticking the place up. They're not yelling, but they
I
basically
can't believe
go
they
up
didn't
to
go
the
to the back of
bartender.
you though to fucking like clear people out. Because what if you were fucking packing or
one
something?
one of them was watching us, and clearly they could tell that we weren't paying attention.
Oh, so they were just trying to hope
So
that
they're holding down the people at the bar. Then at a certain point,
guy's just
I'm the
watching you?
closest
That's
one
creepy,
to the
yeah.
bar, and I feel something hard poke me in the back. And I was like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? So I turn.
This is frightening, dude.
So I move away from them a little bit and turn. People, if somebody pokes you or you feel a poke and you're about to confront this person, create a little space first. Step away from them and then turn. Don't just turn, because you might be turning into them, punching you right in the fucking mouth. So create a little space. So I go and I turn around and I immediately see the gun.
That's fucking frightening.
So
dude.
I just go like this.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to die. So I say,
Correct,
we're cool. We're cool. We're cool. We're chill. And I'm talking loud enough to where hopefully everybody else will hear
That's
me.
frightening.
But I'm in front of them. But basically what I
You're
can
still
tell
like
from
behind
his
this
behavior.
wall. You're like behind this wall still. So like you don't fully know what's going on.
His partner's
out there.
holding them down in the bar. The other guy came and he is essentially sweeping the building.
Yeah. Oh,
They haven't killed anyone yet.
Yeah.
So,
nah, dude, if someone got smoked and you live, this is horrible.
So
this
basically,
is already scary.
At a certain point, I know that he has gotten all of their attention, and everybody has their hands up. And I'm like, "What are we doing? Do you want the wallet? It's in this It's in this pocket right here. You can get it. I don't have a gun on me. I was a gun owner. At the time.
Are you like at all? Could you tell who they are? Like see their like?
No. They had ski masks on. They were both white. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean,
they were both white. I could tell they were white, but they had a ski mask on, so I could just see their eyes.
Oh, okay.
So,
and is he like yelling at you like,
no,
hey,
no,
motherfucker?
no,
He's not saying nothing.
The one thing about this, where I went, these guys have done this multiple times before, is there was no crazy antics. They basically came in and said, and were like, we're robbing this place. Give us your wallet. Put your belongings in the bag. Bah, 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 bah. So he basically gives us the rundown, and I'm like, look, man, I just want to live. You can steal my shit. I have a wallet. I have a phone. The pin to my fucking pathetic bank account is ba 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 ba.
You actually gave him your pin?
Oh yeah, because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I have fraud protection. I want to live.
Yeah, you don't know this guy's.
So I'm like, we're good.
Yeah,
take all of my shit. You can go right over the ATM right now.
That's the most frightening thing is you don't know if this guy's also a psychopath, and he's like, nah, this is gonna turn into a murder.
Correct.
Like this sucks.
A bloodthirsty killer.
Bloodthirsty Christmas.
So
thank God not.
So they are robbing everyone.
Has he huddled people together? You're still pretty like spaced out.
He grouped them up in the bar.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say group them.
And then he had us all. Then the other guy had us all together. They were kind of talking back and forth. But once again, all of this was relatively calm.
Are they trying to hit like the fucking obviously the registers behind the bar?
They were pretty calculated. They took the till. And they took what they knew they could take.
Oh yeah, wow, okay.
So I feel like they in their minds this was a crime of opportunity. They could go in, clear it out. Maybe they wouldn't get a ton of money, but
Christmas. Yeah.
But also, if somebody's sitting there and maybe they hit a royal or something, they would get like $5,000 or whatever, whatever a royal is now.
1,000, 4,000.
Sure,
depends how much you're betting, but yeah.
So
that would suck. You finally win.
Oh yeah. So outside of this bar, there's a gas station right there on the corner. And I'm just looking out the window. I don't want to look this guy in the eye or do anything to provoke him. I'm just standing there with my hands on my head, with my legs spread, like pause. With my legs spread, just so they know I'm not trying to do nothing. Are you kind of in the
front, middle? Does this matter?
I'm closest to the gas station. Like there is an exit door in front of me, but in my mind, I'm like, let's just get robbed and live, and then we'll call.
Yeah, because the worst thing you just panic and run out, and now you get blown away for fucking trying to run.
Correct.
Out. Like you're like, I gotta just hope.
These guys seem like they know what they're doing.
In and out.
I just want to get robbed and live, and this is an unfortunate situation.
Is crazy. I don't even think you ever told me this story before, dude. That's fucking
no.
Dude.
This is a gem. I had honestly personally forgotten about this.
Yeah, I understand why.
Not necessarily forgotten about it, but it wasn't something I had thought about anytime recently.
Okay, so anyways, they got you in. They're doing. They're blah blah blah. You're close to the
gas
station.
They're methodically robbing the place and being chill.
Does this feel like a long time too? Probably like did time slow down?
It felt like an eternity because I'm looking away from the guy, but I can see him in the reflection of the window pointing a gun at me.
Jesus, yeah.
So that's like fuck at any moment, boom, and I'm just gonna get obliterated. This is not good.
Yeah, that's so scary, dude.
So
what were you feeling real quick? Like, were you like shitting bricks? Like, were you trying to calculate like your moves? Like, what do you feel as someone that's in that? Are you even thinking? Or are you just like, I don't like, do nothing?
My whole body was tight.
Yeah, you're just like,
because like I said, I told him I had a whole speech. I was like, we're getting robbed. I ain't gonna do shit. Take what you need.
Your friends, what are your friends doing at this time? They're just fucking also they're listening to you.
See, here's the problem with dealing with dealing with situations like this with a group of people is because I've had other situations with the police where people that I was with wanted to lie or mislead them, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm not trying to go to jail. Fuck that. And I've never dimed anybody out. And I've kept my mouth shut plenty of times, but in certain situations where if you just aren't an asshole and own up to it, for the most part, you might get a ticket or get penalized or something. But if you work with them, they're not trying to fuck your day up. Those cops are in the vast majority where they just want to ruin your life for whatever reason. So I'm being cool with this guy. I told them, I'm like, be cool. Give him your shit. Don't move. be chill, like be cool. Let's get through this. Nobody needs to die tonight. This is happening.
Oh, so the robber to some degree is probably like, oh, this guy's kind of fucking helping us.
Yeah. I mean, he was pointing a shotgun at me, so I was absolutely fucking terrified, but he didn't seem upset that I was kind of coaching everyone like, hey, we're going to give them our shit. They're going to leave and everybody gets to live for Christmas. The best present ever is your life. Keep it.
Holy fuck.
So I'm staring at the gas station. They're kind of wrapping it up. So homeboy who's in our section is paying less attention to us. I feel like I've built a little bond that we're letting it happen. You're not being an asshole. You're not trying to kill anybody.
So he's pulled a gun away from you essentially now at this point.
Nah.
Okay, well that's like, that takes a little stress off you.
So a Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department SUV pulls into the gas station. And
oh fuck! This is like a fucking movie. Dude, this is real.
This is some Die Hard type shit. It was crazy, dude.
This is crazy, dude. Just fucking nonchalantly as this fucking place is just getting robbed.
Yeah.
Are you gonna Bruce Willis it, dude?
No, fuck no. Fuck. I had surrendered. I was praying to Jesus. I was saying I'm sorry to my mom because I was like, you were so right. I should have stayed home the whole time. So part of me goes, I hope that they catch these motherfuckers when they leave. I hope they catch them when they leave.
Yeah.
The other part of me is like, fuck, they might get in a shootout with the police.
That's what I was thinking.
And now we have to try not to get murdered by the police or the people robbing the bar.
I feel like that's actually even more frightening. I'd rather them leave than like the cop randomly come in and then all of a sudden gun drop, boom, 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 and now you're like, oh fuck, and now we're hostages because they just fucking killed a cop or whatever. This is frightening.
So
dude. I don't want none of that.
They took whatever they could take that was easy to access.
Or did they notice this? That you
they
know
did
of,
not. No. And at that point, I was just like, I'm just gonna stand as still as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna emote or react. I'm just gonna stand here. We're playing.
Yeah, because you don't want to get
at this
fidgety.
point.
Yeah, and be like, "Why are you moving, motherfucker?"
So it turns out the bartender had showed them a key to whatever kind of drop safe they have.
Yeah.
In the process of them kind of taking inventory of what they were going to rob, they decided to save that part for last. Now I don't know how any of this shit works, but apparently there was a safe that they could get access to. I feel like a lot of the chain places, especially like PTs and stuff,
they have to run it because of gambling winnings and 100%.
Yeah, but also they have like a time release on it, and there's all kinds of safeguards where they can't even get into it. Which sucks because what if your employee gets absolutely
There's probably
destroyed?
like a sign-in or something you have to do in response of every time it's opened, I would think.
Sure.
Or what, something.
So they do that last.
Okay.
At that point, the cops had come out of the gas station after fueling their vehicle and parked in front of the bar.
No. Fuck, because they're probably coming in to eat. Oh, this is fucking terrifying.
At this point, the bar
No.
The bar robber had gone back to the safe because it was in the back of the house. The other one had moved into the bar. And like I said, at this point, because I told him, I just want to get robbed. I don't want to die. I want you to take our shit and not kill anyone. I feel like he let down his guard a little bit or was like, okay, that guy's not going to do shit. And I also feel like at that point, maybe he took the gamble, like maybe those 4 people will bolt. But at this point, we're hitting the safe. We're getting in the car and we're getting the fuck out of here. The cops come
almost like they took too long.
The cops come in.
Oh, fuck.
The cops come in. The other guy was staring into the kitchen. They look at me and I just point in his direction. I point at him and I say nothing. I'm like,
does he see you pointing though?
He's looking into the kitchen, so he's looking away from me. I'm pointing at him.
He doesn't know that you're fucking.
I'm pointing at him. They snap their heads. Boom, boom, boom. Guns out. Get on the fucking ground. So there was.
Did the guy fucking shoot, or did he just accept he was fucked?
There was
the dump on him?
So at that point, when they've got the guns drawn and they're telling him, "Put your fucking hands in the air. Put the gun on the bar. Put your hands in the air." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Where are you? Like, can a fucking shot kind of hit you?
I mean, if the cops had them dead to rights, they would have smoked him. His homie might have been pointing in our direction, But that didn't matter because at that point I was like, oh no, they're about to have a hostage situation with these other motherfuckers.
Even if this guy fucking like tried, right, to like,
they were gonna,
he was just gonna get smoked.
They had drawn on him,
and he was looking at them.
Before they said anything, they drew and they started moving around the bar. So he would have got instantly deleted. Goodbye. He would have got murked off top, like,
fuck. Now you're going to prison for armed robbery. Okay, so the second guy's still in the back though.
Correct. And
they don't know this, obviously.
I just pointed that way. So he had been holding the door open, and I think they kind of figured out, since he was looking that direction, that he had an accomplice. At that point, they had already hit the safe and he was coming back, but he was holding the bag of shit that he was stealing and the shotgun like this, not like this.
Oh, so he got.
So they immediately had him, and they were like, "Get on the fucking ground." And fortunately, he surrendered. And I was there.
It's scary if you just fucking Terminator and just fucking boom, and you're just like,
oh yeah. So after that, I was so fucking excited. They like 8 more cop cars showed up. They handcuffed them. They're interviewing us. I'm motherfucking them. The police are laughing. We're having a good. Oh yeah, because I'm like, you're going to prison forever, bitch. I'm paying big dudes to get in that booty hole. Gonna get in that butt.
Dude.
Butt.
I mean, armed robbery is a serious thing. Like, they're fucked. That's a long time. But that's crazy. That's frightening, though. You probably had fucking sweat of beads and shit. But
yeah. I think we have to wrap it up. So I got home super late, and then I had to get up, like, because I was there till almost 4 a.m. because we had to sit there and get statements. The whole time I was like, I want to be at the court date. Call me as a witness. I want to punk these motherfuckers in the court of law. Yeah, but you don't necessarily want
those people to see who you are, because if they are connected, dude, I mean, you never know.
This was 15 years ago.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But the cop basically said, "Nah, we have these guys dead to rights.
Oh yeah,
we have the camera footage. We have your statements. You're not going to have to go to court. These guys are going to prison."
Yeah, these guys are fine.
And then I got home super late, and then we would typically get up pretty early at 7 or 8 to do Christmas, and I'm all tired and hungover and shit. Because like the bartender hooked us up with a bunch of shots while we were, which is probably against police policy and procedure, but whatever.
Yeah, because you didn't drive.
But well, no, I didn't drive.
No, I know, but the person driving's just taking shots when they gave us
rides home. The cops were chill. Okay. They hooked us up. But yeah, my mother was super pissed.
Did you tell her the whole story?
Fuck no. All she knew was that I was out till 4 a.m.
Fucking told her that, she'd lose her mind, dude. So she never heard the story then. She never knew this. That's crazy, dude. Now she does.
And dad too.
Yeah, now your dad will know. That's an insane story. That's frightening, dude. Wow, what a story, man. That's a great story.
If you made it this far, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Natties.
Have a great holiday season. Have a happy new year. We got some cool shit lined up for the front of the year. We're going to have guests after guest after guest.
Comment.
Big time guests.
Subscribe.
New guests.
Like.
Buy some merch. And we'll fucking see you on the next one.
Later.